Okay, so we're going to go through the e-bulletin process, how we start and how we end, and we follow a checklist as the guideline. This checklist has a list of things that we do, and one is how you prepare the e-bulletin, and then what do you dispatch, what you prepare to dispatch, and then the reporting part of it. Okay, so I'm going to start with the preparation part of it first.
Lawrence,
Do I
before
need
we
to?
start, um,
Mhm.
just on this checklist, where do you store this checklist? Is it published already in a workspace or
It's in the template directory app, which is
templates
there in the
directory?
Hinnom portal. Yeah, correct. It's there.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you
So
ping the
this
link here
checklist,
on the chat, please?
I can do that. So, but
Okay.
this checklist, what you see here, is now bit updated. Okay, because I went through the process and I've made some changes here. So that checklist, what you
Okay.
have, is not updated. This template will go and sit, and on that top of that the template, what we have in the directory. But I will ping you the link. You want the link now, or
No,
shall I
not
ping
yet,
it to
because
you
it's not
later?
updated, right? So
Yeah, not
the updated
updated.
one is
But we
this.
will replace
Okay.
the same. The link will be the same. Never mind. We'll just
Okay.
upload the file, updated file there. Okay.
All
So
right.
shall I start?
Okay. Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. The first thing is create the HTML page on the WP site. So that means
Mm-hmm.
we log into the portal, and then we
Mm-hmm.
go to the e-bulletin editions, e-bulletin issues, and then we add eBulletin issue. What I've done is now I have the working uh, copy from the Sky 11, but I'll be using the sandbox so that I can play around here and show you the things. Okay,
Okay.
clear? Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to say click on add eBulletin issue.
Okay.
I'm going to create one for the month of May. Okay. So after you click, you will see this page. So what I'll do is I'll just go and name it as the May 2015. Okay. Then the content, there are the four types of content that e-bulletin will have: management council, message, features of the portal, events of interest, and notice board. Since this has the four items, so I'm going to choose all the four. Okay, if you have only two, you can choose two. If you have three, you can choose three. Okay, after I
When
choose it, I'm going to
four, sorry, when do you
go ahead.
choose four, two, or three? Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, depending upon the the content what we get from the MA, and
Okay.
this is the common. Events of interest is the common actually.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
features of the portal is common.
depends on, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
depends
Get it.
on what they have. But in general, I think for Sky 11 we are using all the four. Okay.
Okay.
So after I selected the what content I need, I'm going to add an image. This is the management council message image. So I'm going to add an image here. So I'm going to go to the upload files. I already have an image, but I can choose that from the media library. But to show you like what literally you do, okay, go to
Mm-hmm.
desktop. Generally, once you add the header, it will be there. You will select from the media library. But just to show you, I'm going to add this here. Okay, after I add the file, I go to the categories and select e-bulletin thumbnail. Then I'm coming down and see the uncategorized. I'll uncheck this because I already categorized this. Then select. Okay, so this is the image.
What happens if uncategorized is checked?
the you will not be able to see this image in the different categories you have. If you go to media library,
Okay.
you have a different category, so you will
Okay.
easily you can see the images from the if you are in the category. Okay. Now I'm
All
going to
right.
add a
Do
section.
you in the checklist, Lawrence, the
Mhm.
image that you upload, do you have the specs of that image?
We have the
Size,
specs of the image.
resolution.
You can see it here. Most of the specs of it
Mm-hmm.
shown here. If not here, Elise has created a app there. There is mentioned what is the different size of images that we need. Or for any case, you go to the previous e-bulletin, just click on edit, and you will be able to see the size. Okay.
Okay.
So now I'm
Lauren's
going to
question, how do we find this image on the gallery when we want to attach it? Isn't it hard to go through all the images one by one?
No, it's not. Yeah, but it depends what is the name of the image is stored. If you go to the image, let's show you one more. Let me go to the add a image here. If you go to add a image here, if I choose maybe notice board, there's nothing there. Okay. Uh,
Exactly. So I think can we get the file name of these images so that it's easy for us to search for them?
yeah. Uh, uh, Wherever I think possible, we have put the file name. Let's say this should be actually called management or council.
Yeah.
Council.
I guess it's that way on production. But just to be, clear, uh, I'll take note that you have a task to list down the file names in production for when we do this. Okay, let's move on.
Uh, After you add the image, then you will add the content. So you go to the add section. Okay. So this is all will you will do it only after you get the content from the management, the MA from the content manager. Okay. So let's say in my case, I will show you what I already have it, just to show you an example. This is the what is Veera sent it for August.
Perhaps you will cover it later. So, Lawrence, I actually wanted to ask also about the non-WordPress side of this. Like, how do you coordinate it with Vera? But let's finish off from this first.
Okay. You mean you want me to continue with this copying and show you, or
Yes, please continue.
okay? So this is the Word doc Veera gives actually. So we just copy from the Word doc.
Looks like your screen froze.
My
Yes.
Google Calendar. That's fine, no problem. Okay. So
Lawrence?
yeah, hold on for a second.
Okay.
Now mine can't select it. Okay. Come back to the. Okay. Okay, I'm going to add some sample text to show you. Okay, so you add the header. Like if you see here, Veera has given one header here. So we're going to add the header to the header section. I'm going to select some dummy text. Okay. So this is the header. Then you come to the section content. You go to the text mode, and then you copy the text. Uh, then if you look at it, Vira's he has a different section for different title topics. If you have a more than one, you just go back here again, add another section, then repeat the process.
Yes, section.
You add a, yeah, you had another title, and then come to the text part here. Okay, so you add the text here. Okay, so that's for the management council message. Then you go to the next one, the features of the portal. Again, same thing here. You add an image. Go to the click here and add an image there. I'm just clicking the same image so that I can save some time here. Okay. Uh, After you add an image, then you go to the add item. Okay. So this is how the features of the portal will have the custom post type. So you have an header, you have a heading, and then the featured image, and then the content here. So if you go here to the previous one, okay, I chosen as a feature heading as the unit title, unit layouts. Let me give you a copy over here. Then I will add an image for this also. This images actually has the you know selected images that we don't go and keep selecting each month each images. This is the standard images. If you go to the August bulletin, I'll just go and see the
So
same category.
Lawrence, you're just needing to upload this here because this is your sandbox. But in production, this should already be in the gallery. We just
Correct.
need to find it. Okay.
You just need to find it. That's it. So if you go to the
Mm-hmm.
gallery here in the productions, you already have it. I'm just showing you the. If you don't have it, then you should not saying that you're looking for that. So select here again. So this is how actually the featured image will come, and the text actually we give some selective text. Example for this layout. Always choose text here. Don't copy into the visual part of it. Then you come to the feature link. If you click here, you'll see a drop down of what you want to select. I'm going to select unit layouts. Okay. Now I'm going to the next is the if you have more than one, you repeat here add item. Then I'm going to the event of interest. So you'll have to add an image for this as well. So before you go to this section, you have to actually select the events from the insync.com. Okay. So basically, like you go and select the 4 events from here. Okay. Is it listed in the checklist? Yes. Okay. If you go to the checklist, you have
Mm-hmm.
here the checklist will tell you that choose image thumbnail for the events, and also the search for events happening in the area for the month. Okay. So if I come back here, let's say you go here and you go to the event finder and then you search for it. Okay. we I generally select 4 types of events, maybe one family event, and one sports, and one maybe the concert or something like that. So so after you choose the find the the events, you come back here.
So Lawrence, it's just you that are choosing these events. Vera doesn't
Four
say.
maximum. Yeah, Vera doesn't give. This is actually our portion. So we will not
Okay,
ask Vera also actually. So if you go to the visits, if you go
right.
to the bulletin page, you will be able to see that. Okay.
Yeah. Just a side note. Well, Joy, this can be a mango real estate, right?
Yes, the events. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Carry on,
Let's say
Lawrence.
I found maybe I've chosen one events from the events
Mm-hmm.
calendar. So I go here first and upload the thumbnail image. Let me see what I chose last time. Okay, I'm going to choose this. If you see here, it will say rain and shine, so that easy to make out the. So go to the again, choose the category. Okay, this is the image. So now after this, you'll have to add a row to add the event. When you click on that, so this custom post type opens up. Okay, okay. So sorry, I think I made a mistake here. This actually the header image. I'll show that. So you add a image here. This is the header image. Okay, I will choose some header image. That's we already have a selected one, but I'm choosing this. Okay, then you add a event caption here. If you come back here, if you'll see the event caption, it will be like this. Okay.
Okay.
Say example, if you let's go to the same one. It says Rise and Shine Festival. So I just copy the title first, Rise and Shine Festival, and this is the common for all. Click here, then I selected here. So after I select copy the text, I need to have the link for the event. I go to here, maybe take some link, whatever the event link. So I copy the link here and ensure that the open link in a new window is checked and I update. Then I have the notice board. So again here the header actually. So after I select the notice board, you will see again here what kind of items you need to display on the notice board. Just select four of the also, so that it will whatever is published, it will pick up the published date of the circulars or AGM meetings. Okay. So after this, I don't publish it. I'll put it in a save draft. Okay. Now coming back to the checklist. So my assumption is already there saying that Veera has already sent the details. I put it there. So if you follow the process here, first you create the HTML
Sorry,
page.
I think your screen froze again. I see
Yeah.
WordPress and
Over.
Excel overlapping, a bit translucent.
Okay.
Okay, there. It's Excel now, solid.
Now, now you can see. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So the first step is to create the HTML page, and then after you create the HTML page, you replicate the MailChimp campaign. So what you do is you go to the MailChimp campaign. The screens are freezing actually. You can see my MailChimp. I've logged into the MailChimp.
Yes.
Ash and Joy. Can you see it? Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
So what I do is I replicate from the previous eBulletin edition. I go here. I go here and click this drop down button. I see here it says replicate.
Drop down. Okay.
So I click on replicate. So the moment I click on replicate, it opens up, makes a copy of that previous, eBulletin. If you look at here, this is your campaign name. This is your template name, the template of September chosen here. Okay. So uh, it will by default it will select the list. No worries about that. So you go to the recipient. Now it's showing the recipients. Now I'm going to set up. Okay. If you look at here, the setup is here. It's copied from the previous one. If it is the different month, I will change it here. But now I'm just saying that copy for testing. Okay. And make sure it has the campaign name, the email subject, then the from name, and then the from email address, and then also make sure this title for campaign, that's a Google Analytics actually, it's properly changed here. Generally, if you replicate, it will have the previous month name. You have to ensure that you change it to the current month, otherwise it will pick up the previous month Google Analytics page. Okay. So after this, I'm going to go to the template, see whether I have the right template. Okay, yeah, I can see the right template. Then I'll not go to the confirm because I'm not going to send it now. So what I'll do is I'll say save and exit. I can go back again to the campaigns. Okay, so if you see here, my e-bulletin for the month of August, this copy is being created, replicated here. So I'm coming back to the checklist again to follow the process. Now we're done with one, done with step 2, and the step 3, I show you the step 3, step 4, the events, which I told you about that. You select the 4 events from here, assuming that now you have selected it.
Okay.
So for the
So
events,
you
Lawrence, you really just
Mhm.
Google, or is there like a set guidelines on
No,
what to
what
Google?
I'll do is uh, uh, what we actually from my first experience, I mean, with Mark is always says that choose the one, don't choose some, some Akan festival, like specific to some language people or something like that. Should be very generic, uh, you know, uh, all the whole of condo is mixed with the people. So, so what we do is we select one. So, one is the family event, one is the concert, and some sports event, and something happening. So, if you go to event finder, you have here, you can choose. Okay, let's go to here. Go to filter here. You can filter it and look for specific thing. I'm clicking
I
on the
see.
Yeah.
filter.
Is this link on
So,
the checklist also?
no, we don't put any link on the checklist.
I think we
This is
should include this.
Yeah. And you only look
yeah,
at
but
this site, Lawrence, in sing.com.
correct. But Joy, according to Mark, checklist is not a, will have everything, in that. Checklist is just the what is supposed to do it. But in the what we can do is there is an app which may be available. We can put the, the link there, in the link for that. Okay,
Okay.
I understand.
Actually,
So
Ash, what I think needs to be done for things like this is a job aid. Are you familiar with that?
No.
Well, in HP, we have anything that's manual and recurring as a task. We create a job aid for that. So it's step 1, step 2, screenshots, links, so that when you have a new hire or when you go on leave and someone needs to do that, that person simply needs to read that job aid and he will be able to do that task.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. So now you can choose here. If you generally, one thing you have to be very careful here is you are sending the e-bulletin by 7th. Okay. Make sure that you don't choose any event that's happening 8th or 9th or 10th, because by the time it will reach the resident, if you send it by 7th, maybe 3 days, they would see it maybe 11th or something like that. Choose the generally the events after 10th and maybe the before the end of the month of next month. Example here, it says 12th to 12th, right? So you go here and choose like this 10th to, maybe I'll choose 31st. Okay. So this will list all the event that's happening from 10th August to 31st actually. So if you go and check here, you have to read a little bit and understand what kind of event is happening here. Something generic, and they said the four types of it. Look for it, and I take the image from here itself because I don't want to repeat it. So let's say if you go here,
Okay.
so I save this image and resize this image whatever is needed according to the e-bulletin, and then I take this link actually. Okay. So after we select the four types, then uh, update that with the in the e-bulletin. Now coming to the step number 5 and step number 6. Step number 5 and 6, item number 5 and 6 are not applicable. The reason is because we don't have any advertisers now listed on Sky 11. Okay, even for Signature Park as well. So not applicable here.
But if there are advertisers, if ever, how do we do that? Remove banners and references.
Right now, we had a different type of listing before, classifieds. Now we don't know the
Okay.
Mango listings or other listing is still under process. So depending upon what is actually required there, we'll have to modify this and suit that what we do. But the yes, the idea here is you have to remove the banners and references. That's the expired business listing. That means somebody is signed the agreement with us, which is closing by, let's say, by 31st of July. Then we don't put them in the on the site in the August e-bulletin. So we make sure
Mm.
that we remove that. Okay. And then if we have advertisers, we will email the advertiser to get the editorial. That means an article to put on the e-bulletin. But right now we are not doing that. Okay. I'm going to the item number 7. Send email to the condo manager for the e-bulletin contents. This is a template available. So if you look at here, okay, so this template is again there in the template library.
Okay.
We emailed to the condo manager saying, give me this. I'll show you that. So, okay. It's taking time to. Okay. Can you see it? Can you see the email template? Hello?
Mm,
Yes. But it's
Okay.
blank.
it's
Yeah.
blank.
Still loading. This still loading, or can you see it now?
Yes,
No?
I can see it already.
Okay. Okay, so this email will have a very clear instruction to Veera, and also we have to be very careful in giving the deadline time, because if you don't put it properly, then Veera will send the things according to this deadline, or maybe sometimes you will goes behind the deadline, then you will not be able to send the e-bulletin. Okay, I generally give him 1 working days or 1.5 working days, depending upon what is needed. Sometimes it is a 2 working days. Let's say if I send it out in the afternoon of sometime. So next is uh, message from the management council. What we need from Veera, that we'll mention it here. Give me a second.
Okay.
He's trying to edit the August one. Okay. Uh, Next is meeting minutes. We generally ask for the previous month meeting minutes. Okay. So you have to be very careful that August you wanted a July meeting minutes. Then the maintenance, whatever is scheduled for the month of August, we ask them to give the list here. Then the circulars, whatever is actually published already in the month of July, we ask them to give it to us previous month. Then the activities and events, whatever they have planned to do it, we ask them to give it to us actually August. Okay, so
Okay.
Veera send the details in the same format by replying to this email. Okay, so now Veera is attaching the Word doc which we saw here, that we take the contents for the management council from there, and also the respective link. We make sure that we have the links for this. Sometimes he will tell you that please click here. He will say that this circular should be clickable for them to see it. Okay, example, if you go to the August e-bulletin, you will have two circulars showing up there, which is a clickable link. Okay, coming back to the checklist here. So after we send it to Veera, and Veera returns to us with the details. Uh, when he returns to us the details, he will also send some meeting minutes and some circulars, if there are any circulars published, and then any additional information that need to go into the portal. We make sure that first we upload the meeting minutes, circulars, and all the additional contents. Example, if he says that this circular to be added, we first go to the document section here, and then we add the
Lawrence?
yeah, hold for a second, it's frozen again. Can you
No,
see
it's
my
moving.
screen, or it's
Yeah,
frozen?
I can see.
Okay, so I'm going to the document here. I'll just show you one. Let's say Veera has sent me one circular that need to be uploaded before I send out the e-bulletin. Okay, so I'm going to go to the add a document. Very slow. Okay, so I'll go and see first what is the name of that circular he has sent it. It says enforcement of bylaws. So what I'll do is I'll just go back here and say, okay, this is my title. So I'm going to go to the add file. Again, go to the upload file, select.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to choose the that circular. Then come back to the categories. I'm going to the circular section, document section here. I whatever I've selected, I've uploaded. I choose the category circulars. Then I uncheck the uncategorize and then select. Then after also I make sure that this category also is checked because this is related to uh, the e-bulletin. That's for the media library. This is for the e-bulletin. So here when you come here, the publish immediately. If you actually click on publish here, it will take the today's date as a published date. Suppose this is, make sure that the circular is a current month. That means it's not published before, and this is a new one which has to appear in the e-bulletin. Otherwise, you have to go here and edit the published date. Okay. So I'm going to publish now, thinking that this is the belong to August month. So I'll come back to my checklist now. So I have made sure that all the circulars and meeting minutes are uploaded, and then I go to the publish the e-bulletin page on the WP side. Okay, there is one thing here now we have to be very careful is if you publish when you are actually still doing the e-bulletin, it will immediately shows up on the site. Okay, that means if you are done a mistakes or error, it will immediately appear on the site. Okay, so make sure that you actually publish it only, ensuring that everything is correct. So let's go to the e-bulletin section again, issues. Okay, so we said May 2015. Okay, I'm going to go to the edit mode. I'll say publish. So now this is published. If I go to the site here, okay, I'm going to the e-bulletin. Okay, so this is the May one. Make sure your thumbnail image is also selected. Okay, this is what my e-bulletin looks now. Okay, if you look at here the notice board, it is actually supposed to show the circular. Let me check why. You know why that is not showing up?
No.
Ash?
No.
No idea? Okay.
Can you scroll down?
Okay. Here it is selected here. No issues with that. Okay. I will tell you what is the issue here. Okay. What happens is this e-bulletin actually, when the moment you say as a May,
Ah,
It will actually publish only the May ones. It doesn't publish the date
Okay.
August. So I'm
correct.
gonna go middle here just to show this. Actually,
Okay.
it was May. Okay, I'm gonna update it. These are the some of the mistakes we make generally. So
Mm-hmm.
make sure that I'm going to refresh this and see whether my circulars shows up. No, it's still not showing up. I don't know whether maybe an issue with the sandbox. Okay, Dina has taken over. Okay, that. Okay. So how it actually what it should do is it will pick up the uh,
So there, it did not update properly, right? That's why it's not showing up. So correct.
I we don't know whether sandbox is there an issue with the sandbox actually, or maybe so that's working actually. If you go to the production, that's working perfectly there. I'll show you in the
Okay.
working
So
part.
what you're highlighting is that as a caveat is, of course, the dates has to be consistent. That's a
Yeah,
common
yeah,
mistake that
yeah,
it is.
correct. Suppose let me go. I don't know whether what is it saying. Wants to use it. Okay, he's editing that, so I can't. Okay, so I'm just refreshing that page. Hmm. Okay, show you some examples here. For this August, actually August editions, we have one circular listed and one AGM meeting minutes is listed. Okay, so if you look at here, if you management council meeting minutes, which is published in the month of August 4th, 2015, that will be picked up by the system. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So coming back here to the checklist again, after we publish, what we need to do, update all the eBulletin URL link. Okay, I'm going back to the eBulletin now, the MailChimp thing. I'm going to the edit mode because this is actually says August, right? So I'm going to go here. Okay, okay, to make, yeah, to make it appropriate, I'll just change this to May so that you will not have confusion. Okay. when you copy from the previous e-bulletin, it will have the previous e-bulletin links. Okay, go to this here, edit. Okay, so go to the design part of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is where little bit of work is required. You have to change each link here. So what you do is first is click edit here. This will take you to this editable region and change it to the source so that you will be able to see the text. If you look at here, it's saying August 2015. So what I'll do is I'm actually in the month of May. So this is my link for the August. I just replace this link. Then replace this also. Okay. Save it. Coming back here, I'm editing now this. Go to the here text section. So I'll change this first is a May. Replace the URL link. And I'll replace this also. Save it. So here one, here two, then again here you have to edit.
Mm-hmm.
There are several places you need to edit. Make sure you remember that. So you have to change here also. Change here also. Save it. Okay. This is the message from the management council. You should have the first paragraph here to be shown actually. You go to here. Let's say okay, the title, I'm going to go back here to my e-bulletin. This is my first section title.
Okay.
I'm going to change this with that. And I want to have a small paragraph to be put here. So I'm coming back here, taking this paragraph and replacing this. Okay. The previous paragraph I will delete. Okay. Now the link also I need to replace. One link here.
Sorry, where did you get this link?
This link is from the here, the published page. Can you see here?
Okay.
This is the link, okay. After you publish, don't take the draft link. You have to take the published link, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm replacing this as well. If you forgot to remove one, even the one text, it will actually show you wrong. Okay, so make sure you clear everything. You saved it. Okay. Okay. So coming back to my, so I updated all the link now. Now what I'll do is I can see whether this is a preview and test. If you go to preview mode and send enter preview mode, first let me save actually. Okay. Okay. So you go to the preview mode, see how it looks. Okay. So this is how it looks. You will see your header and everything. So close this, and you want to see how your email, then send a test email to yourself. Send test. You can send test email n number of time. Also, you can send it to others also. Come on. Sometimes it takes time for the email to come to your mailbox from MailChimp. Okay, got it. Okay. Okay. So this is how it looks on my Outlook. Okay. And you
Okay.
actually do a little bit of test here. Clicking the link and to see where it exactly takes you. It's taking you to the right eBulletin. Okay. So you got to check the link for all the, where there is one link here, there's one link here, there's one more here, there is one more here. So make sure that, all the link, there's one more here. Okay. So all those links are working. So now I'm coming back here. It's coming back to checklist. Let's see what my checklist says. Okay, run open bug inspection for campaign to check. Okay, so go back. Yeah. So you can run it here also. If you go here, preview, it says run inbox inspection. Okay. This you can run now or you can run before sending it also, but I'm going to run from here. I want to see in the draft mode itself. Okay. So here, after you click on run inbox inspection, go to manual client selection. You can only select 10. So by default, it will pick up the what email clients is being used most by the MailChimp for the previous campaigns. So I'm not interested all these things. So I'm only interested, let's say, I'm going to uncheck this.
Mhm.
Ja, you can only select 10 actually. So if you look at here the Outlook, let me select only Outlook and see.
Okay.
Yeah, how many are there? 3, 6, 1, 7. Okay. Anything else you want to check? You can check Outlook Explorer, Outlook Firefox, Outlook Chrome. Okay. Uh, if I select, okay, let me select one more. Okay. You already have 10. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm going to click on Run Inbox Inspection. This will take some time because it has to go and check. Maybe it could take maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Okay,
Okay.
so let it run actually. So we'll come back to the checklist. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm running the open inbox inspection. Now I'm going to the
Okay.
eBulletin dispatch. Okay, eBulletin dispatch, before I send it out, the certain things to need to do. Test Send test eBulletin to the internal team for review and the link testing. If
Okay.
you go back to the campaigns,
Currently, who do you send that to? Is it QA?
sorry,
Who do you send that to? Whose
I'll tell you
internal?
what the
Okay.
internal team you can select. Okay, it
Okay.
depends on the whomever wants to think. If we go to the preview and test, okay, you go to click on send test email. You can say also send the following account user. Okay, these people are already registered on this here, so you can choose whom you want to send to. Okay, if you want to send it to Joy, and then where is Ashley? Okay, fine, mine also. Okay, send test. I also get, and you also got it. Okay. After that, then set a task for content manager to approve. So basically, like you know, here content manager. There is earlier we had somebody assisting the content manager. If there is no such thing, then
Mm-hmm.
content manager himself has to go and check the link and everything and approve himself. If it's done by somebody else, and then the content manager will approve. So here, after the content manager is satisfied with all the links are working fine, then
Mm-hmm.
send test bulletin to the condo manager for approval. Okay. So I basically what I'll do is I instead of me, since I am doing it, I'm asking Mark to take a look at it. Okay. It is
Okay.
not a part of the Mark will not get involved each time when you are sending it, but as a special case, he is assisting in helping me for the last, the e-bulletins because Kim is not there and I've taken over part of it. Okay. So Mark will generally review and see, everything is fine, something like that. Then what he said, okay, go send it to Veera. Okay. So we send it to Veera, the same process. What you'll do is you go to the here, uh, preview and test. You go to the send test email. You select Veera's email address here. Okay. And then after you send it to Veera, you come back, you have to inform him. Okay. There is an email template available. Go to sent items. I'll just show you what I've sent to him. It says review and approval. If you look at here, this is the email template, email format we send it to Veera. We say, dear Veera, what draft e-bulletin for the month, whatever it is, we change the month each month. And then this is the email address of Veera. And then you tell him
Mm-hmm.
that to reply it by when exactly. Here also I give him most half a day or 1 day, depending upon the deadline. Okay. So Veera will get back to me. Once Veera says yes, you can send it out. Then we will go to the send button and then we'll click on that. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So send monthly bulletin the residents after checking all settings. So let me okay, close this now. So before we send it out, just follow the same process. Say recipients, see whether right recipients are selected. That means your list is correct. Okay. Then go to the setup page. Have a look at it. Okay, I mean your campaign name, everything is set up. Your Google Analytics is correct, exactly correctly set up. After that, you go to the template. Okay, this is a by default. It will pick up the September template, and then go to the design mode and see what is your design mode is. This is what we planning to send this campaign. Okay. So after that, you go to
Okay.
the confirm section. In the confirm section, you don't have to do anything because everything is set. Only just to make sure that your plain text email is updated. Go here, click edit. You will see, this is showing as the August. By default, it will pick up, but even then, to our satisfaction, I'll just regenerate the HTML, make sure that May issue is selected. Okay, then I save it. Okay, so everything is done. I just go and click the button send, and it will be sent. Okay.
Okay.
So coming back to my checklist, what I have completed, I am going to say close, close, closed, and then send monthly bulletins. Right now, we don't have any advertisers, so we don't have to send e-bulletin to the advertisers. Otherwise, we have to send them also the e-bulletin, okay, for them to see what is the advertisement they have put up on the e-bulletin. Okay. After that, now the third part. If you look at here, this will have the milestone date. That means number of days from the day we send it out.
Mm-hmm.
My example, my August report to be sent to Vera, it's due today, tomorrow. Okay. So how do we do this actually? What you'll do is, it says prepare the e-bulletin sent out report. Okay. If I go back to the MailChimp again, sorry, we go back to MailChimp. Let's go to the campaigns. After you send out an e-bulletin, you cannot edit. Okay, this will, if you look at here, there is no edit mode here. Okay, it will have only the report mode. So this is the
Okay.
August. So this is the August one. Now I'm going to click view report. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so we have here all the details of the report, to what is the percentage click rate, and everything is here, and what is the opened, how many clicked, how many bounced, all these details are here. So what we'll do
Mm-hmm.
to Vera, after the 7 working days of the sending it, we go here and download this. We click download. Okay, so go on there, click download. This is the
Is that
summary
also in the
page.
checklist?
Yeah, it's here in the, yeah, the checklist listed. This prepare and send out the bulletin report. Okay, so coming back here, so I'm going to save this here. I want to say name as a campaign. Sky Portal e-bulletin August 2015. Okay, then I save it. This is in a CSV format.
Okay.
Let it open. Okay, where is my CSV? It's open here. Okay, this is in CSV format. You can go and make this into the Excel so that you can add the other whatever I'll show you whatever required here. By default, it's picking the longer tab column. Okay, so just save this in Excel. Okay, now going back to the e-bulletin again. we have to send Veera the details of the summary, whatever it is sent. Also, some specific details like who opened, who did not open. So we click on open report. So these are the people who have opened the eBulletin. I'm going to export as CSV. Okay. So I'm going to back and pasting into my Excel. Another tab. Okay. See here. Open. Okay. Okay. So this is the report we have here. Make sure the formatting all correct so that you won't, you know. And also, if you look at here, this is the one thing you have to be careful. By default, the Excel file is taken as a date format, some date format. What I do is I go here and then go to the format, go to the format cells. Okay, it's picking one extra M here. I just delete that. That's it. Okay, now I have the correct floor number and the unit number. Okay, so I'm going to click on format painter. So make sure that I display it correctly to Veera, otherwise you will get confused. Okay, so my unit number is showing displayed correctly now. Now there are some, we don't have to give Veera all these people's here, internal ones. So what I can do is I have to have a filter, and then go and see who's the internal ones, and then category and delete them.
Okay.
So I don't want to. Sometimes you will not have the category also. Make sure that there's nobody else. We have to give only for the MA, MC. MA also is not required. Sorry, MA also not required. If you see that also you can remove. Just show for only for the MC, SP and tenant. There's some non-blanks here. Okay. The category is not there, but if you still see here again, one more email is already added here. Okay. So you got to do some editing part here. So similarly, what I'll do is I go to here. I have to take the one more report that's did not open. So I go here and see that, export this CSV, and same thing, come back here and open another, tab here and insert another tab and put it here. Okay, then again come back. So I also need to send bounced. Okay, so I go to the bounced. See whether sometimes the bounce will be the internal one because we have maybe added for some testing purpose or whatever it is there. Make sure these are a real uh, the residents. Yeah, these are real residents. Katrina Dyer is internal one. I don't have to send this to Veera. So even then what I'll do is I can export it, and then I remove this. Actually I give only the one which is relevant to the resident. It says hard bounce. So put it in the same Excel file in another tab here, say that bounced, and then another one did not open. I think some of you have copied, this report when it was sent to him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. And then what I'll do is, anything to be done here, come back and check what is this says. Analyze eBulletin report and send it to MA. Analyze nothing but you go and check, which are the bounce emails or all these things. Just highlight to Veera that if you need a help to get a correct email address from the people or, anything that weird, we can address to him. That's it. So after that, we will email him, say that Veera, I think I think we have. I'll just show you the previous one what we sent to him.
Okay.
Okay. So this is an email, not this one. Oh yeah. Okay. This is the email which we sent actually. So we highlight them even on the email itself. Anything that we need a help to get a right email address from the bounce ones. Okay. So that's the end of the process. So any questions?
Okay. Mm, Lawrence, I haven't absorbed everything, right? But I will need to do an application, like
Uh-huh.
doing it on my sandbox, etc., and apply the
Okay.
checklist you have. And then from there, I think I'll be having questions for sure. But for now, what
Okay.
I tried to understand is how you're doing it, where are you getting the files, what's the process, what are your control points, etc. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but in terms of doing the legwork itself, I need to do it myself first.
Okay.
So I would say I'm not yet 100% clear on this.
I know you
Yeah,
have to watch the video again, bit by bit. Huh? Okay. So I
Yes,
will
me too.
close this video then. So let's not. So can I close stop broadcast?
okay.
Yes, okay for me.
Okay. Okay. Let me know if any other things are required. I will stop the broadcast.